I kind of want to show you the areas that are under a wind advisory, and so now we've included El Paso into the mix. So El Paso will now get to see its fair share of a wind advisory. Everything is expected to lift, at least for El Paso, Las Cruces at midnight, everywhere else at about 9 p.m. So right now you can actually see the difference of those strong winds. We're looking at about 32 miles per hour in El Paso, 34 in Las Cruces, and then we're into the 40s. True, the consequences even in Deming looking at 43 miles per hour. And as for those current conditions, we're sitting at about 89 degrees for the Sun City. Westerly winds at about 19 miles per hour. 32 mile per hour gusts for the area. So today it looks like we managed to make it into the 90s once again. 91 degrees in El Paso, 85 in Las Cruces, and about 88 in Juarez. Tonight into tomorrow morning, we're forecasting 58 in El Paso, 54 in Las Cruces, and this is all thanks to a storm system that moved through. Now, as we plan for tomorrow's weather, you'll notice that the storm system will be further north, and it is expected to kind of take over much of Colorado and continue its way over into the northeast part of the country. You'll notice that here in El Paso, everything's going to be nice and quiet for tomorrow, so you really don't have a lot to worry about in terms of weather. In fact, we're looking at about 85 degrees for tomorrow's forecast high, 86 in Las Cruces, just beautiful overall. There is going to be a slight cool down as we go into tomorrow's weather, and it's only because of that storm system that's fast approaching, so we'll get the tail end of it as always, and we'll get a little cool down. Then after that, we quickly warm, and we'll be dominated once again by a massive high pressure system, and that's the one that will take over for a few days before the next cold front begins to move in, just in time for the weekend. So let's talk a little bit about that, shall we? Here's a look at your 9-day forecast. We're expecting to see 90 degrees on Friday, 80 on Saturday, a little gusty with that 40% chance of storms. Sunday, Mother's Day, 81 your forecast high, 79 on Monday. So we do get to see a little bit of those windy conditions, and we'll keep those slight chances of rain as we continue to go into the rest of the work week. And it's all thanks to what we expect to see a nice stream of moisture just kind of flowing right over the borderland area for the next several days as we make our way into tomorrow. You're going to notice 81 on Tuesday, 82 Wednesday, and then we'll stay in those 80s, low 80s Thursday, Friday of next week. Overnight lows will primarily stay in those 50s, so 56 degrees Thursday into Friday, and then we make it into the 60s. By the way, 60 degrees is normal for this time of the year, so we'll be slightly below average Thursday into Friday, and then we'll try to stay close to seasonal. This would be going into the weekend before falling below average Sunday into the beginning of next week, and then we're back into the 60s for the rest of next week. Now, some people are calling this a pattern similar to our monsoonal flow, but that doesn't really kick in until June 15th. That's when we usually start to see the start of our monsoon season. And so again, we still have about a month to go, but we are definitely seeing a very early start to this moisture starting to slowly flow in. So I want to give a big shout out to our very loyal weather watcher, Bridget Lewis. Thank you so much for allowing us to see this blooming cactus flower out west and West El Paso, and you're going to notice just a gorgeous shot. I don't know how she did it. She zoomed in, but it looks beautiful. And if you'd like to be featured on KTSM 9 News, go ahead and submit those beautiful weather photos to us through our social media platforms or email news@ktsm.com.